With a rich history tracing back over 200 years, JPMorgan Chase has preserved a unique collection of artifacts and records that help tell the story of our firm. In our collection are two legendary pistols that changed the course of history. How did these artifacts impact a young nation and forever change the lives of two famous statesmen? And how did they come to be part of our collection? These pistols, made in 1797, are linked to Alexander Hamilton and Aaron Burr. Hamilton and Burr were highly accomplished men who contributed much to the early growth of the United States. Hamilton was a founding father and Secretary of the Treasury. Burr was a Revolutionary War hero and Vice President of the United States. They were both lawyers, traveled in the same circles, and were both instrumental in founding JPMorgan Chase's earliest predecessor, the Manhattan Company, in 1799. But working together was the exception. Hamilton and Burr's personal and political differences fueled an animosity that played out in public as early as the 1790s. Aaron Burr ran for president in 1800. He tied with Thomas Jefferson, but lost the revote, thanks in part to Hamilton, who had been campaigning heavily against him.
As to Burr, there is nothing in his favor. He is bankrupt beyond redemption except by the plunder of his country. His public principles have no other spring or aim than his own aggrandizement.
As was the law back then, Burr was instead appointed vice president, a concession he wasn't happy about. 4 years later, he ran for New York governor, but lost. He learned afterwards that Hamilton had again been slandering him. A scorned Burr did what men of distinction often did back then. He challenged Hamilton to a duel.
You have invited the course I am about to pursue, and now by your silence impose it upon me.
Hard to imagine now, but in early America, the practice of a duel or a prearranged fight was a respected means of settling a score. There were even rules and guidelines about what could and could not transpire. The goal was to defend what the law would not defend, a man's honor. On July 11, 1804, Hamilton and Burr met in Weehawken, New Jersey. Hamilton carried with him a set of pistols owned by his brother-in-law, John Church. As the challenged man, it was his right to select the guns. Hamilton fired his shot in the air. Burr aimed directly at Hamilton and mortally wounded him. The two men returned by boat to New York City, where Hamilton died the following morning. Burr, the vice president, was indicted for murder in both states. The charges were dropped, but his political career was destroyed. The pistols survived, and in 1930, the Bank of the Manhattan Company, JPMorgan Chase's earliest predecessor, purchased them from the Church family. Years later, in the 1970s, long-hidden details were revealed. Both pistols were equipped with a hidden mechanism called a hair trigger, which, if engaged, would allow its user to fire faster than normal. Hamilton, who procured the pistols, would have likely known about this feature, and it could have given him an advantage. So how did he lose? We'll never know for sure, but we're proud to preserve these two pieces of American history and explore their role in a pivotal moment in time.